Hey everyone, it's Cheryl from Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds. We are stretching out our St. Patrick's Day and rainbow themes this week. Since it's so similar to last week, this is going to be a much shorter video, I think. But today I'm just going to show you one day of us being in the classroom. I'll try to give tips here and there on what we do, as well as show you what the children are doing. And I'm once again going to put the printables at the end of this video in case you missed them last time, where I show how I use my St. Patrick's Day and rainbow printables in the classroom. So now I'm going to open the door for the children so you can see how they're interacting with our materials. As the children arrive, they come in and then they hang up their coats. All right, so we're teaching them how to hang up their own backpack. And then once they put their backpack and their coat away, then we come back in the classroom so we can do school. For those of you who are new to Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds, we start our morning off right with Free Choice Center's time for about an hour. So as soon as the children arrive, they can get right to work wherever they want to go. I do not limit where they are. I do not make them go from center to center. I do not monitor it at all, because I have found that with this age group, they need to be able to explore in the way that feels comfortable to them. So for some children, that means staying in one area for a long time. And for other children, that means moving around a lot. So I honor that and let them have that time to explore.
Is this light blue? Yeah. And then what color?
We are mixing blue and yellow watercolors on coffee filter shamrocks. You need some more.
Okay, dude.
And I'm always asked about these white trays, and I will link these in the video's description. I love them. And they're just cafeteria trays, but I like that they're white so that you really can see the colors of the paint. In our sensory bin, we have rice and coins, and we have treasure chests, which are always...
And buttons.
And buttons. What else do we have in here?
It's a baby treasure chest.
Why is it a baby treasure chest?
Because it has so little. Right?
It's small.
Yeah.
Last week I brought out the citrus squeezers for the first time. So that has been a lot of fun while we're mixing our two colors of Play-Doh. We are in our last trimester of school, and the biggest thing I've noticed, of course, and I notice it every year, is how much they're way more social now than they were at the start. This is a really young group, so we've only had 3 children turn 3. Those 3 turned 3 in the fall, and we don't have another birthday until April. So it's a young class. So at the beginning of the year, their verbal skills were very limited, so we didn't hear a lot of discussion, and what was more parallel play. But now we're seeing a lot more playing together and conversations taking place.
For your granddaughter? Yes. Are you really sure you have a granddaughter? Yeah. Try this, Megan. 1. Just need some little flavor. So you had a birthday? I didn't. What? No.
Here. Let's move this back to the office.
Things do move around in here.
I found a
the light table we have coins, lots of coins, which with this age group, it really is moving them from one container to another.
I made the necklace for my baby. I have babies, so I can put this up. Oh yeah, do you have a scary? I can put this very necklace for the baby.
Okay, friends, it's cleanup time. Cleanup time. And a tip for doing cleanup with this age group is we do it as a group pretty much. And they love to put things in baskets, so I try to have baskets that they can fill up. It's also learning how to take care of our materials. When we come to circle, everyone is sitting on their mat. I'll drop links to these mats in the video's description because I've also been asked about those. And then I put a basket of books out and I invite the children to come and get a book. And look how carefully they are when they get their books. It's time to come and get your book. Get your book. Get your book. It's time to come and get your book and sit on your mat. And the reason why I have them look at books is it's a transition and I'm not making them just sit and wait for me to get my things together. Plus it gives them a chance to learn how to hold books, take care of books, turn the pages on books. Good morning, how are you? Morning, garbage trucks. Good morning, little birds. Good morning, furry squirrels. How are you? I think we've woken up all the squirrels now. I think they are all awake. I have something special that I'm going to pass out. And they're like the ones we have over there. Pick up your color like this and look like this. What color do you have?
You have
Green.
I have blue.
You have blue. Who has a red paddle? Who has red? You want to come tapping? Tap, tap, tap. Who has orange? Tap, tap. Who has green? Come and tap. So that's how we have our classroom set up for the St. Patrick's Day theme. Next week we just do a little bit more going back to rainbows again. I didn't want to start a new theme because we go on spring break after that. So I want to start fresh with our spring themes when we return. So I'll be back in a couple of weeks to do my next video. Make sure to subscribe to Teaching 2 and 3-year-olds. Click that bell icon so that every time I publish a new video, you'll be notified, and leave any comments in this video's comment section. Thanks for watching. In our St. Patrick's Day packet, we have 5 little leprechauns jumping on the bed. I laminated them and then I put Velcro tabs on the bed and on the leprechaun so they just stick like that. And then I also have the Velcro on the back of the bed so it can just stick right on my flannel board. And again, you can also do this if you want to use your magnetic board, which you've seen me do. I would just put magnetic strips on the back. Then what I do is I make enough extra copies of the leprechauns so that each child holds a leprechaun as we sing the song, so they can make their leprechaun jump up and down too. In our St. Patrick's Day packet, we have this count the coins activity, and you assemble them so that the stick goes in between, and you have the number on one side and the coins on the other. So the children can count how many coins and then turn it over to see if that's how many there are. And this goes up to 10. In our St. Patrick's Day packet, we also have these lacing shamrocks. These are more for older preschoolers because of the amount of holes that are in it. And actually we do have these in all the colors of the rainbow. Plus, we have our rainbow shamrock as well. In our St. Patrick's Day packet, we have these shamrock color matching cards that are labeled. And then we have cards that are not labeled, and then you just can match them up just like that. These count and clip cards are in our St. Patrick's Day packet. These are more for preschoolers. You count, and then you find the number, and you just attach the clothespin to it. And if you don't have a clothespin, you could always just use another, like you can use a button, or you can use a pom-pom. You could always make it be a one-to-one correspondence activity by putting you can put little green pom-poms on each one while you're counting. We have these circle time props that we're using with our St. Patrick's Day books and songs. So like I do with all my props, I made enough for each child. I laminated them and I taped them onto jumbo craft sticks, and then we have them ready for circle time, and these are a freebie on the website. Another free printable that we have on our website, we have these numbered shamrocks, and they go to 10. I laminated mine, and I have magnetic dots on the back because we're using these on our magnetic board while we sing St. Patrick's Day songs that involve counting. I know there's a 5 Little Shamrocks by the Kaboomers. That's one of them on our March playlist. And so we will just be using 5 of them for that song. But these are also fun for just simple counting. This free color matching activity is one that we love doing with our 2-year-olds because it's very simple, and young 3-year-olds love this as well. So the first activity I did was I made 2 sets, and this one is kept intact, and then the second set I separated them, and then the children can just place the cards on top just like that. This counting activity is a free printable that's on the website, and the cards go up to 10. There's 2 ways that you can do this activity. You can make 2 copies, keep 1 set intact, and then the other you separate, and then they can just simply match up the cards like this. Another idea that we did last year, and we'll be doing it again this year, is you use the separated cards, and then you put them out, and you just go up as high as you want. And then I found these little shamrock erasers. So this would be more for preschool because they're small pieces. And then you can just put one on top, just like this. And if you don't have the erasers, you can use some pom-poms or some buttons. This free printable on the website is a shape matching activity. So after you make copies, you cut them apart. I always like to laminate mine for extra durability, and because we use these in all of our classes and we use them for many years. So they're very durable this way, and then they can just match them up like this. Another activity that we're doing during circle time, along with the book Pete the Cat, we are looking at what color shoes we are wearing. So this is actually from our clothing packet, and I spread these out, and then the children come up and they tap the card that most matches their shoes, because a lot of shoes are multicolored. So if they're multicolored, they can choose what color they want to emphasize, and then they just tap their shoe right on it.